A growing controversy is sweeping Nebraska as local news outlets, including the Real Free Nebraska News Show, probe the enigmatic background and troubling decisions of Jeffrey P. Gold, MD, the 9th president of the University of Nebraska System. Since assuming the role on July 1, 2024, Gold has faced intense scrutiny for policies that many Nebraskans believe clash with the state's conservative values, harm its 50,000 students, and threaten its $6.4 billion economic impact. With questions swirling about his New York origins, Jewish affiliations, and potential ties to globalist agendas, residents are asking, who is Jeffrey P. Gold, really? What's his true background, and whose interests is he serving? Gold, a Brooklyn-born cardiothoracic surgeon, oversees the university's 4 campuses: Lincoln, Omaha, Kearney, and the Medical Center, UNMC, with a $1.7 billion budget and $2 billion endowment. Yet, his leadership style has sparked widespread criticism. Locals describe him as creepy, detached, and a scripted figurehead who delivers monotone remarks with no genuine connection to Nebraska's heartland. He's like a corporate robot, not a leader for our state, said a Kearney resident. Why is this guy, who seems half asleep, calling the shots for our kids' future? Many question how someone so uninspiring wields such power over Nebraska's education, agriculture, and economy. Gold's decisions have fueled distrust across the state. His push for diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) programs and his 2021 opposition to a critical race theory (CRT) ban are seen as shoving woke nonsense down the throats of a conservative state, potentially marginalizing white students. Why is Gold forcing policies that don't reflect Nebraska's values? Asked a Lincoln parent. During the 2020 COVID-19 crisis, his enforcement of CDC mandates at UNMC ignored local calls for independence, frustrating faculty and residents. His oversight of the Institute of Agriculture and Natural Resources, which promotes GMO Bt corn, 90% of Nebraska's $26 billion corn harvest, is accused of poisoning soil and health to pad the pockets of biotech giants like Monsanto and Corteva. How does a heart surgeon with zero farming knowledge get to decide what happens to our land? Demanded a Platte County farmer. The Real Free Nebraska News Show has uncovered troubling gaps in Gold's background that raise more questions. Born August 16, 1952, in Brooklyn to working-class parents, he earned degrees from Cornell University, BS 1974, MD 1978, and rose through elite institutions like New York Presbyterian. But his personal history is opaque. No public records reveal his parents' ethnicity, faith, or even his own. Why is Gold so secretive about his roots? In 2023, the Jewish Federation of Omaha, JFO, inducted him into its Jewish Business Leaders, JBL Hall of Fame, an honor exclusive to Jewish professionals. Featured in the Jewish press and JFO e-newsletters as a Jewish community leader, his surname Gold, 46.7% Ashkenazi Jewish Association, and Brooklyn's 1950s Jewish population, 12%, suggest a 40 to 60% chance of Jewish heritage. Yet, Gold remains silent on his religion, with no mention in resumes, interviews, or university records. What's he hiding? Asked an Omaha business owner. If he's Jewish, why not just say so? JFO's ties to the Jewish Federations of North America, which fund pro-Israel initiatives, have sparked concerns about Gold's loyalties. Is he steering Nebraska's resources toward foreign agendas? Wondered a Grand Island resident, noting JFO's fundraising for Israel alongside Gold's 2023 induction. Though Gold has made no public statements on Israel, his silence only fuels suspicion. Why won't he clarify his affiliations? His 2014 appointment as UNMC Chancellor and 2024 rise to System President, 7-to-1 Regent vote, backed by figures like Tim Clare, Jim Pillen, and Pete Ricketts, are criticized as lacking scrutiny. Who vetted this outsider? Asked a Norfolk teacher. Ricketts' ties to Berkshire Hathaway raise fears of cronyism, with locals questioning whether Gold's appointment serves corporate interests over Nebraska's. Gold's 10 to 15 affiliations, including the Greater Omaha Chamber of Commerce, American Medical Association, and Unitech H Innovation Board, prompt further doubts. How can he focus on Nebraska when he's spread so thin? asked a Scottsbluff parent. His Omaha chamber role, pushing DEI and partnerships linked to Berkshire Hathaway, raises questions about whether university funds are funneled to corporate donors like TD Ameritrade. His AMA ties during COVID-19 aligned with globalist WHO guidelines, clashing with Nebraska's independent streak. In agriculture, his GMO policies are seen as betraying farmers, possibly influenced by JFO's support for Israeli AG tech. Is gold turning our fields into a corporate playground? Questioned a Columbus farmer. Nebraskans are demanding answers. Why was a New York-born outsider with potential Jewish ties and globalist connections chosen to lead a $6.4 billion institution shaping Nebraska's future? What's the real story behind his faith and affiliations? Are his DEI initiatives, GMO endorsements, and COVID compliance driven by corporate giants like BlackRock or globalist entities like the World Economic Forum? Why does gold dodge every tough question? Asked a Lincoln student. The Board of Regents' failure to probe his background, facilitated by the Witt/Kiefer search firm, smacks of negligence or collusion. Did anyone even check who this guy really is? Wondered an Omaha retiree. As this controversy unfolds, the Real Free Nebraska News Show urges Nebraskans to hold gold accountable. The regents, legislature, and citizens must demand transparency on his heritage, JFO ties, and financial conflicts. Is Jeffrey P. Gold a leader for Nebraska, or a pawn for corporate and foreign interests eroding the state's identity? Stay tuned as we track local developments and uncover the truth behind this shadowy presidency.